Hello students, I am Latika Likha. I am gold medalist in MPhil Mathematics and I have been associated with Ask IITians for the past 3 years. So now we'll be beginning the chapter on 3D geometry, that is 3-dimensional geometry. I have split up this chapter into several parts and I would say this is not a very simple chapter because it involves various concepts. But yes, with just a good amount of practice, you will be able to master it. So firstly, we'll be beginning with the meaning of 3D geometry obviously, and then we'll be discussing the basic concept of direction ratios and direction cosines, which are also known as DCs and DRs. We shall also study the planes, concept of planes, and we shall also study the concept of family of planes and straight line. So in the first part, we'll be beginning with 3D geometry, that is, we'll discuss the distance formula and the section formula. So let's begin. Okay, so the next topic that we have is 3D geometry, and 3D geometry I would say is not a very simple topic, but yes, again it just demands a good amount of practice, and if you practice a good number of questions, you will be able to master this topic very easily, right? So let's begin. First of all is the introduction to 3D geometry. So we have, consider a point P in space whose position is given by XYZ, where XYZ are perpendicular distance from YZ plane, ZX plane and XY plane respectively. If we assume I, J, K to be unit vectors along OX, OY, OZ respectively, then the position vector of the point P is Xi plus Yj plus Zk, or what you can do is you can just simply write it in the form of a tuple XYZ. So basically what we are saying is, now in 3D geometry you might find it a bit difficult to analyze the figures, because basically we will be representing 3-dimensional planes on 2-dimensional, that is on pen and paper. So it becomes a bit difficult, but yes, with a good amount of practice you will be able to master it. So my coordinate axes are somewhat like this. This is my x axis, this is y, this is z. Now what I have is something of this form. This would be A, this is suppose B, and then we are having something of this form A, B, this is my C, this is suppose P, this is Q, this is R and this is S, right? And we are talking about the coordinates of this point P, X, Y, Z, right? So one more thing that you need to note here in 3-dimensional geometry, that I would say is the basic thing that would help you out in questions, is that when a point lies on coordinate axis, like if you have a point on x axis, then the coordinates would be alpha 0 0. That means that the y and the z coordinate would automatically be 0 always if a point lies on x axis. Similarly, if it lies on y axis, you will have it of the form 0 beta 0. That means x and z coordinates would be 0. Similarly, z axis, then x and y coordinates would be 0 and the z coordinate whatever it is, like gamma. And so if you have it on xy plane, then you have it of the form alpha beta 0. That means in xy plane the z coordinate would be 0. Similarly, if you have yz plane, then the x coordinate would be 0, and so we have it of the form 0 beta gamma, and similarly for the xy, yz and zx plane, right? So this is the basic thing that you need to understand in 3D geometry, most fundamental thing I would say, because it will be used in questions, right? So okay, now we have the distance formula, and most of you I am sure would be knowing, like we had in 2-dimensional, now we have it in 3-dimensional, and so we just have a third coordinate and the formula in fact remains the same, that is distance between the 2 points x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 is equal to under root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square. Then we have the section formula. Again, section formula also we have already discussed. The coordinates of a point P which divides the line joining A Now we will be having 3 coordinates for A and for similarly for B also. A x1 y1 z1 and B x2 y2 z2 in the ratio m is to n internally. This is important. Internally is given by m x2 plus n x1 by m plus n, m y2 plus n y1 by m plus n, and similarly m z2 plus n z1 by m plus n. So see, again we have 3 coordinates. So this formula is also same as we had in the earlier case, in case of 2 dimensions. Now we have coordinates of a point P which divides the line joining A x1 y1 z1 and B x2 y2 z2 in the ratio m is to n externally is given by m x2 minus n x1 by m plus n, m y2, sorry, this should be m minus n, m x2 minus n x1 by m minus n, then we have m y2 by n minus n y1 by m minus n, and m z2 minus n z1 by m minus n, right. This is m minus n. So in case of externally, the formula almost remains the same, just the plus sign gets replaced by the negative. Okay, so next thing that we have is coordinates of a point P which divides the line joining A x1 y1 z1 and B x2 y2 z2 is x1 plus x2 by 2. This is quite obvious. We are finding out the coordinates of a point which divides the line joining these two, right. So x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2 and z1 plus z2 by 2. So this is quite obvious, I suppose. Okay, now we have an example. So I am sure by now, by this example you will be able to understand it very easily. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining the points 2, 3, 4 and 3, minus 4, 7 in the ratio 5:3 internally. Just be cautious in reading this. This is internally. If it would have been externally, the formula would have been different. So now my m is to n is 5:3 and the coordinates are this, that is x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2. So my x would be 5 into 3, right. Now it's internally, so there will be plus sign. So we have mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. My y would be my2, that is minus 4, plus ny1 by m plus n, and z would be m z2 plus n z1 by m plus n. So this is equal to 15 plus 6, that's 21 by 8. Then we have minus 20 plus 9, so we have minus 11 by 8, and this becomes 35 plus 12, that's 47 by 8. Therefore, the required point is 21 by 8. You can just write it in the form of tuple, 21 by 8 minus 11 by 8 and 47 by 8, right. So just see, again we have just applied the section formula, and that was quite simple. The only thing that you need to take care of is whether it's internally or externally, because the formula changes in both the cases. So this is the required answer. I suppose you must have understood by now. Well, I hope you must have understood the distance formula as well as the section formula, both internally and externally.